And I've been talking to Bloomberg BusinessWeek columnist Bruce Weinstein, also known as the ethics guy. His latest book is called Is It Still Cheating If I Don't Get Caught? And he's back to answer some of your specific questions about ethical dilemmas in the workplace. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Tori, how are you doing?
Good. So I have some interesting questions that we received on Facebook, and the first is from Kathy, and she writes specifically to you, I am 45, unemployed for 2 years. My previous employer let me go because I wasn't bringing in enough weddings, living up to expectations. When looking for a new job, I feel it's hard for people to look at me and hire me due to the response as to why I left my previous employment. How do I show them that just because of that, I wasn't a bad employee? What should she do?
This is a great question, and what I would say to Kathy is the following. It's really important to focus on how you can benefit this company at this time, because a good employer will be concerned about what you're going to bring to the table for him or her, not whatever red flags you may have had in your past. Now, if the employer does ask you about a problem that is on your resume or that he or she heard about, then of course it's important to be honest about that. But remember that song, Accentuate the Positive? That's really the single best guideline that you can follow when you go into any job interview. How will I benefit this company at this time?
And so thinking about, though, people who are asked pretty pointedly, tell me why you are no longer employed there. Tell me about the circumstances around your departure from that organization. Where is the ethical responsibility to reveal that you were terminated, that you were fired, versus, saying I left or I was laid off? Where is that fine line?
Well, here's the thing. The most important value that you can bring to the table is your integrity, is your trustworthiness. And so attempting to cover up a problem is only going to shoot yourself in the foot. And so it's really important to demonstrate that you're a trustworthy person by being open and honest about whatever problem you may have had. But it's also important not to badmouth your previous employer, because that will only make you look bad. And so if there is a red flag in your history, and let's face it, if we've lived long enough, we all have at least one of those in our past, just be open about it. But focus again on how you are going to help bring your knowledge and your considerable skills to bear to help this company. And a good manager, a smart organization will take that very seriously, will take it to heart, and will overlook any indiscretions as long as they're not too serious or illegal.
Sure. And I think probably it's important then along those lines to rehearse what your answer is going to be. Have some sense of how you're going to address that. Assume that it's going to come up so that you're not a deer in the headlights when someone does ask, why don't you work there anymore?
That's a good point, Tori. And of course, in this day and age of iMovie and cell phone video cameras, why not have a mock interview with a friend or family member and record it and then review the tape? I mean, I do that to this day before I give a speech or even before I do an interview like this, because you never know what's going to come out of your mouth, and you want to make sure that what you say is a reflection of the best in you.
Sure. Okay. The next question we have comes from Valerie, and she writes, I just started as a contractor on a short-term contract, but I still need to